quiet, of course, I turned over the controls to Woody. Now, do you realize that it had been probably about 63 years since Woody had been at the controls from the aircraft? But you wouldn't know it that day. You would not know it. Now, basically, he flew that aircraft as smoothly as if he had done it every day for the rest of his life after World War II. Now, and that kind of brings to mind, you hear the stories from time to time of these pianists, concert pianists who are in prison for whatever reason, for political reasons, and they don't have a piano, so they practice in their minds every single day. And then when they finally get out, then they can sit down to the piano and bang out songs one after another, just like they had a piano and practice daily. So I think Woody must have been flying in his mind those P-47s and P-51s every day since World War II, because he was really smooth. And he told me that he loved the P-47 Thunderbolt actually more than the P-51, which kind of surprised me, but he did. And there was one other thing that Woody loved as much as flying, and that was to tell his story. You heard him talking about it in a 3-minute video there. He loved to share his enthusiasm for what he did with children. And it didn't matter if they wanted to fly as their career, or if they, whatever. He just wanted them to aspire toward excellence and dare to dream. That was his theme. Dare to dream, and then go after that dream, and don't let anything stop you. And that's exactly what he embodied, because that's what he did when he was becoming a Tuskegee Airman. Both people told him he couldn't do it. And he said, forget this. And he let nothing stop him. And then in the process, of course, became one of the best of the best. So the San Francisco Bay Area chapter of Tuskegee Airmen has created a scholarship fund in the name of Captain Leon Spears. So for anyone who is interested in contributing to that fund, they should either see me or David Cunningham, the president who introduced me. Or you could go to the website, the national organization's website. It's Tuskegee Airmen, plural, .org, and then any of the executive officers there you could contact and go ahead and make a contribution. But I'd just like to say in parting that if there are P-47 Thunderbolts in heaven, I wish Captain Leon Spears, United States Army Air Corps, clear skies and target-rich environment.
Thank you, Dennis. We have another speaker from the family.
Yeah, Representative. Actually, Shirley asked me to speak, and we go way back for years. I feel like a member of the family. I got to know Woody through Shirley, and he became, most of you know, he also worked for the Postal Service. So he would come out to my post office and speak to employees, customers, and it was very special. He and I became very close. There's nothing like watching him with people who walk up and can't believe there's a Tuskegee Airman standing or sitting before them. I mean, it's special, and you really know that he's a hero when you watch that. And they actually come up and they want to take photographs. They're begging to take photographs with him. And he's just smiling. I mean, he just loves it. And he's signing autographs. And right now, he's an honorary member of the Concord Post Office. He's our hero. His photograph will be hanging with our heroes from the military and the Postal Service. I wanted to just basically say he was a great man, and he was a postal employee in addition to being a Tuskegee Airman, and he was great.
Thank you.
I was wondering if I was maybe able to get him to do this. Anyways, Woody was my dad for 28 years. I just want to say, I drew a lot of wisdom from that man. When I thought things just was bad, I talked to him, and he doesn't know, these are nothing, this is nothing. He was brought up in the days of segregation. He's depression. He was one of the first black pilots. He watched his brother get shot down. He was shot down. He became a POW. He's fought battled cancer, heart attack. We love him. We're gonna miss him. I got 3 other medals I put on it today. They're very special medals. So one's a distinguished Iron Cross. It's for flying. So I got the Purple Heart on it. And I also got the medal for him flying over 15 missions in enemy territory. He was a hero. And I'd just like to thank everybody for coming out here and sharing this with us. I finally got my big brother I always wanted.
Thank you for that. Next we'll have Phil Shasker. He is the public relations for our chapter here and worked closely on a lot of projects with Woody.
Glad everyone's here. Shirley and the family, we appreciate your being here. We sure love Woody. As Woody mentioned on that brief video you saw, he mentioned Bud Anderson. And he was good friends with Bud, and they enjoyed each other, like he said. One thing I just mentioned in the brief time we have, a few years ago, in fact it was in 2001, another group that several of us in the room are a part of, assembled a group of airmen who flew every position on the B-17 and the B-24 in World War II. These were combat airmen. And it was a panel that lasted one section all morning, and then we took a lunch break and then an afternoon. Well, having someone represent each position on these 2 great bombers, we had 2 fighter pilots on the panel, people all day long. And we picked 2 guys. One was Bud Anderson, and one was Woody. It was great. And we have recordings of all that too. Well, as you've heard,